Our first question goes to Mr. Shellhorse. What is your vision for North Augusta's economic future and overall growth over the next 5 years?
Yeah, I'll tell you a story. Several years ago, I was doing what you call a business retention and expansion study in Cherokee County, South Carolina. That's up on the border of North Carolina. And I interviewed 40 manufacturers to determine what the county can do better to create jobs, to sustain their jobs, to retain their jobs. And one of the logical questions on that questionnaire was, which companies, which suppliers would you like to see closer to you here in Cherokee County? And on the other side of that, which customers of yours would you like to see closer to you? And you know what they said? All of them. They said, we want them right where they are. We don't want them near us. And you know why? Workforce. They couldn't compete for the workers. We have to transform our workforce here to a 21st century workforce. We have wonderful assets here to do that with Tech and USCA. But listen, y'all, if we build the workforce, the jobs will come. And that is where communities across the South are struggling. We have wonderful manufacturing opportunities. The world is opening up to all kinds of new mechatronics and CNC operator type jobs. We've got to transform our workforce culture so that people don't go to college for the wrong reasons. They don't go for the prestige or the reputation. They go to get a career. And so if we can really invest in workforce, I think our economy will boom. The other side of that is we have to make this the most business-friendly community in South Carolina. And that's very doable. Thank you.
Ms. McCauley.
Economic growth is already happening in our area, and it's been pretty amazing to watch. Economic growth is like a flywheel. Once it starts going, it just continues to go, and things start to fall into place. Economic growth is typically based on a few things. It's density, proximity to other businesses, to other regions of the community, household income levels, zoning, and taxes. North Augusta is prime for small and medium-sized businesses while still maintaining that hyper-local community feel. That's what makes us unique. It's one of the reasons I chose to invest my own business here. We are a community located between Augusta and Aiken, and that proximity can sometimes make it challenging for businesses who want to invest here. That's why our local businesses thrive here. They have a strong connection to the community without requiring the same level of density that Augusta requires. While I believe small and medium-sized businesses thrive here, I also believe we have certain areas of town that are ideal for larger scale businesses. We have seen companies like Halliburton and Ambio Farm invest and grow here. And we are also seeing larger retail development around Exit 5 and Exit 1. To me, that shows North Augusta can continue growing while still keeping the local character people love about this community.
Thank you. Ms. Waldrop.
Well, my vision for North Augusta is sustainable balanced growth. It's honoring the wishes of our citizens, listening to their concerns. It's incorporating their feedback and input into the decisions that are being made towards growth or slowing it or what have you. I do think that we need to grow some. I think that we don't need to outgrow ourselves, though. And I think as far as training up our next workforce, I think there's a strong emphasis on trade schools, on trade jobs. I think we can bring those industries here as well. I know that there's, for example, Bridgestone in Aiken County. I mean, I'm thinking what are services, what are products that will always be needed? Those are the types of businesses that we need to bring to cross balance with our service industry that we already have, with the restaurants and the oil change places that I went to the other day, things like that. We need to balance our growth, our commerce, our different businesses. So in wrapping up, sustainable balanced growth, strong local businesses that we attract larger businesses through partnerships with like Fort Gordon Alliance. We can reach out to Savannah Riverside, their engineering opportunities. I think we could bring to North Augusta, for example, diversified commercial development. Office space, sure, but what about an office park? We have the BTC building that still sits up on Martintown Road. And let's use some of the resources we already have built, let's repurpose them, and let's bring the businesses to them. We would have infrastructure that's keeping pace, maybe even a little bit ahead of the development that we're seeing, so that we make sure we have the sort of thing.
Thank you, Ms. Waldrop. Mr. Chancey?
My vision for North Augusta is to grow financially responsible, community focused, and beneficial to residents across the entire city, not just a few major projects. And grow should strengthen our tax base, support local businesses, improve services, and protect the quality of life that makes people proud to live here. We need CNC machinists, we need lathe machinists, we need mechanical engineers, not tire engineers who like right down the road. We need actual mechanical engineers that work on big machinery. First, I would push for an infrastructure first approach strategy before developments are approved. And, the council should review traffic, impact, drainage, utilities, public safety capacity. Second, I would work to strengthen local businesses, regional employers, and private investors. But we must protect public dollars and limit taxpayer risk. Third, economic development needs to benefit the entire city. I would support corridor improvement plans that look at vacant properties, traffic flow, beautification, redevelopment opportunities, and business retention through North Augusta. And fourthly, I believe that quality of life is part of economic growth as well, and that means planning for expanded senior services, exploring a future senior center, investing in parks and recreation, and beginning serious discussion with modernized approach to animal services. My goal is to grow economically while staying financially responsible.
Thank you, Mr. Chancey. Mr. Bud?
Yes, ma'am, thank you very much. I see a lot of faces in this room that I've known for a long time. Like I said, I'm born and raised here. I remember when Mark Road was a two-lane road. That was back in the 80s. And I say that to say we have grown a lot since then. And one thing that I get the privilege of is I'm in Incumbent. And one thing that we do every year is we meet with our directors, and we plan 10 years ahead. So we meet with public works, we meet with public safety, we meet with Parks and Rec. So we're all planning the growth ahead of time. We know what's coming. We know in 5 years how many fire trucks we need, how many police officers we need. So we are already in the process of planning. It's not like it's just coming and then we're going to react to it. We're trying to stay proactive, and that's what I've been doing since I've been on city council, and I want to continue to do